I'm Jared Haynes, and this is Rogue Outdoors. Today, I want to talk to you about the True Track BiPod from Limbsaver. Now, this bipod is 100% US made in Shelton, Washington. It's 7 ounces in weight, so extremely light, and it's made of a majority polymer material, and then the legs are carbon fiber. Now, it's got a little bit of information on the back of the package about it, and then down here at the bottom, it's got a little thing that shows you how to put it on, but it's about the simplest installation that you could possibly imagine. So let's go ahead and pop this open. This is exactly how you would get it. Just pop this open, pull it out. That back paneling, just has their little fun facts on it, and on the back, built for adjustment, built for performance, all that kind of stuff. So get that out of the way. Now that we got it out of the packaging, this is what you're looking at right here. Up here, a screw. This is going to be like a set screw. This is how you get the tension once you hook this up onto the rifle. And there's a little rubber piece that's right on here. And then you've got this rubber pad down here. That's what's going up against the bottom of the rifle. And when it's on, if the barrel is going this way, the feet should be sticking out towards the barrel. So here's our rifle, and we've got this little metal pin. We're going to pull that metal pin out of the way and put it right over the rifle sling. Now they make, and you line up your holes and push that metal pin right here back through. Now they make these for rails as well. So if you're putting it on like an AR platform gun, you can do that. But of course, this has the swivel like a normal hunting rifle. Now we're going to take this set screw, and you just keep screwing that in until it gets tight, and that's putting pressure, pushing that other rubber pad up into the gun. So now this is on there. That's full installation. So without me sitting here gabbing at you, that would be just a few seconds worth of, pop clip, it's on there. But now this will sit solid. This little pin screw isn't going to come out because there's tension on there, and the whole thing is held together. The profile of these legs is about as wide as a normal bipod is up here, but it narrows down. As you can see, it kind of triangles down and actually gets a little bit skinnier than most bipods. Let me pick up a Harris bipod so you can see side by side right here the two bipods. So this bipod, a little bit wider profile up at the front than the Limbsaver one has. Now, let's go ahead and talk about manipulation of it. I'm going to be quiet here, and this is the noise. Nothing. I kind of bumped this other rifle down here, so let me do that again. Okay, now we're going to separate the legs. There's a little bit of a clip right there. And we're going to extend the legs. Okay, so that leg is set to whatever length we wanted it. Now, let me do that whole process again with a Harris bipod. So we got the Harris bipod. And I'm going to extend the legs. Now, this is their ultralight series, so it's a little bit different. They do have some where you can, unloosen the screw, but all of them will do this. And that sets it out. And then we're going to lock it into one of these other legs. You got that loud clipping. Granted, with a rifle, you're not usually shooting right next to the deer, and if you are shooting at close range, you're probably not using your bipod. However, that noise is just something else to get you caught by other deer. Clip it back closed again, and then we got to clip those legs back up there. All a little bit louder process. Another problem that you're going to have when you're working with those Harris bipods compared to the Limbsaver bipod is if I want this leg to be set, if you have the ultralight series, which if you want to get close to the weight of this Limbsaver bipod, you have to have the ultralight. And even some other, carbon bipods, is the legs, they're not 100% adjustable. This, I can put anywhere throughout the travel of that leg. I can, I want it right there, tighten that leg up, and it's locked. A little bit longer, it's locked. All the way out, it's locked. It will go to any spot that I want this leg to adjust to. That is a really important feature. Most of the other ones, they go in 1/4 inch increments, which means if my bipod's not totally level, that can be quite a bit harder. The other thing is, once I set these legs out, I can swivel because of the adjustment of each leg. I can swivel the gun, and you can level that gun out to make that shot. And when you're shooting at farther range, that's really important to have this level. An important feature with the Limbsaver bipod is that once you get set up, as you can see, the gun's leaning this way. So if I'm going to take that shot, that's going to throw where the bullet's going to go. So normally I'd have to adjust the legs out to try and level that. However, on the True Track bipod, I can just simply swivel the gun, and it will swivel, and I can correct that angle of the rifle so that it stays straight up and down, and I get that good shot out at long distance. Because that's one of the last things you want to have, is this not being level. Besides that, you're talking about $50 for this bipod. It's really strong. You're not going to have any weathering issues. This is, carbon leg post. That's not going to weather on you. And the polymer up here. So you're looking at a really lightweight, packable option. Comes on and off, really quiet, and it just doesn't add any weight to your rifle. So if you're looking for a bipod, I've shot this thing. I'm going to have some other video on here. It stands strong. The legs don't wiggle a bunch when you've got it out. With the legs, say I'm going to shoot over something, take these legs, drop them out, tighten them up, and I'm up here. Now what I was talking about earlier was these legs right here. If you see, there's a little bit of movement in this on the bipod. Now, that's not going to break this, and it doesn't affect the shot. I can hold just steady when I shoot, just boom. But it's a little bit more movement than if you're using a Harris bipod, because this angle right here is a wider angle. However, it gives you an extremely sturdy anchor point for the rifle to sit in. So I think it kind of offsets, but there is just a little bit more forward and back play with the rifle on this, polymer setup. I think this is going to be one of the most competitive bipods on the market now. We'll see what a lot of other people have as opinions, but I think this is the coolest bipod I have seen in the ultralight spectrum, because usually you're talking with carbon components and stuff like this, upwards of $200 for some of the real high-end market ones. This is built with that high-end quality, but with a price that, you're talking $50. So this is cheaper than the heavier Harris bipods, and this is lighter and every bit as good of materials, if not better, because you don't have those weathering issues. So I would highly, highly encourage you to take a look at them. You go on limbsaver.com and pick one up and see what you think, but I think you will be pleasantly surprised.